Okay, now just for the, usual Discord notifications.
The second, roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations. The second species to join the Citadel, the Solarians, are warm-blooded amphibians with a hyperactive metabolism. 50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains. They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kajay, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens.
Alright, just gotta do one more thing and then we can definitely get started. Oh, not so bad, that only took me like a few minutes. Alright, just make myself nice and comfortable. Sure, everything looks all good, and we can start. Ah, where did I leave off? Krogan sushi? Well, I do need to head back to the Citadel and get a piece of armor that I forgot to get. Anyway, so I meant to get that in my last playthrough, but I completely slipped my mind to get it. Yeah, we'll bring Kasumi with us. Alright, she's got points. There we go. pretty much all we can do right now for him. So let's see, what's Kasumi's gear like? Guess she prefers just simple weaponry. Okay.
Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. Yes?
I overheard your conversation. Make him scream a little?
This isn't a presidium. All they have to worry about are protesters outside their free speech zones or someone's poodle crapping on the grass. Down here, we have drugs, organized crime, and murder. Policing a ward is like policing New York City. Sometimes you have to work outside the council's rulebook.
CSEC has changed.
It looks like most of the damage from Sovereign's attack has been repaired.
After 2 years, it should have
The
been.
presidium was pretty shot up. Of course, they fixed that first. All the wards got hit with debris when the ship exploded. Most of the damage was superficial, and the keepers got things restored fast. Tasery Ward got the worst. A big chunk hit near the Dillanaga concert hall. They're still clearing wreckage and trying to get power restored.
Tell me about this place.
All the wards are more or less
Good idea to gather some info
multicultural.
right
The
now.
other four are
Didn't do that
dominated
last
by
time.
Asari,
It's
Turians,
very
or
important. I learned that early on. Yeah, I keep
In
forgetting it.
Zakira, we've got major enclaves of Volus, Elcor, and Hanar. There's also a human commercial zone at Shinakiba. We've got a few Krogan walking around, and I think I saw a Quarian the other day.
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.
Fine, fine. I just need to pick up some spices. Aminodextrous and aminosinister, if you have it.
You don't mix your spice chirality. What cooking school did you say you went to?
Gotta go to cooking school. I just want something tasty to put on a steak.
Why don't you just go to Fish Dog Food? It's on level 22.
Ah, there's a fast travel point. Oh, so we're already on the right one. I just need to find out what it is I'm looking for.
What do you want?
I talked to one of the Presidium groundskeepers. He said there aren't any fish in the lakes.
What? I told you. Why have all that water if you're not going to store something to eat in it? I don't understand aliens at all.
Thanks for telling me. It's all he's talked about all damn day.
Oh, and I got some
Commander
credit. That's
Shepard,
nice.
And this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Oh, what the hell?
Maybe a fish then?
What? Why? It's a fish. Fish have nothing to do with the Citadel.
Now, where's that place where that piece of armor was? I know it's around here somewhere.
The attack on the human colony of Freedom's Progress has generated a swift but confused response. 8 vessels have been sent, but it is not clear whether there are survivors. The Council offers...
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel. I still say we should join the Blue Suns. They'd probably pay for it.
Alright, we got that.
They probably only hire you if you look like you can fight.
So do you have any games you'd like to trade in? You get 2 credits toward a new game.
The people want to hear your story, Shepard.
Oh, it's her again. Remember her in the first Mass Effect game.
I interviewed you 2 years ago when you first became a Spectre. You presented your case very well on camera. Do you have a minute?
Yeah, we'll say we'll remember her.
You spent the whole time trying to make me look like I was selling out Earth to the Council.
You proved me wrong in the end. Now that you've resurfaced, you're news again. I just want to give your story its due. Sources claim you were at the heart of the Presidium during the Battle of the Citadel. It's fair to say the course of the battle hinged on your words. If true, you told Admiral Hackett to assist the Destiny Ascension, costing hundreds of human lives, and securing the continued dominance of the Citadel Council.
The Turians lost 20 cruisers. Figure each had a crew around 300. The Ascension, the Asari dreadnought we saved, had a crew of nearly 10,000.
But surely the human cost.
The Alliance lost 8 cruisers. Shenyang, Emden, Jakarta, Cairo,
Oh,
Seoul,
we are
Cape
putting
Town,
her in her place
Warsaw,
now.
Madrid. And yes,
She's got a big
I
ego.
remember
She
them all.
had trying to take us
Everyone
down
in
a
the
notch
Fifth Fleet
just
is a
because
hero.
we
The
wanted to
Alliance owes
save
them all
people.
medals. The Council owes them a lot more than that. And so do you.
Commander Shepard, first human Spectre. Hero of the Battle of the Citadel. Check bid. We get it? Great. Bull rushed on my own show.
Should be used to it by now. Alright, got what we needed so we can head back to the Normandy. Alright, got that piece of armor, so let's just go quickly equip it before it slips my mind. Oh, no, that's casual. Right. Can't do that one just yet because I'm not really all that strong enough. Purchase star charts and sword to open up new areas of the galaxy? Oh, didn't know about that.
No messages for you, Commander.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the armory, where small arms are maintained and upgraded. Using me2, computer-aided design and manufacturing, we have the capability to manufacture several new models.
Commander, can I help you with something?
What do you think of the state of the crew?
We don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the Collectors?
They spec'd this ship to the original Normandy, but you were there. The Collectors cut her like butter. This armor just isn't top of the line anymore. People will die if we don't upgrade.
Yep,
Alliance
don't I
had
know
some new
it.
toys in secret dev before I left. I could try and pull a few favors.
Alright, let's head to a different area now. So leave orbit. Go, mass relay jump. And let's see.
Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe launched.
Ooh, got a good amount there.
Launching probe.
Very important to get these materials. I learned that early on. Oh, we got a nice big chunk there, we did.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe.
There it is. There's some really good ones out there. Ah, hey Zaki, I hope work's going okay, but thanks for stopping by and say hi, I really appreciate that. It's always good to have you here.
Probe away.
Okay, I think I've nearly got it all on this planet. There was a little one hidden.
Probe launched. Launching probe.
Alright, time to go get a new recruit. And that's where we'll dock. Garrus and... yeah, let's see Kasumi in action.
Welcome to the Purgatory, Shepard. Your package is being prepped and you can claim it shortly. As
oh,
this
wonderful.
is a high-security vessel, you'll need to relinquish your weapons before we proceed.
I can't do that.
Everyone stand down. Commander, I'm Warden Kirill, and this is my ship. Your weapons will be returned on the way out. You must realize this is just a standard procedure.
It's my standard procedure to keep my gun.
Let them proceed. Our facility is more than secure enough to handle 3 armed guests. We're bringing Jack out of
You really don't know who you're dealing with.
As soon as the funds clear, you can be on your way. If you'll follow me to out-processing for the pickup, Commander.
Let's go.
Cell Block 2. As you can see, we keep tight control over the population. Each prisoner's cell is a self-contained modular unit. I've blown a few out the airlocks as an example. The ship is made up of 30 cell blocks identical to this one. We house thousands of criminals. We can put the whole place in lockdown on a moment's notice. Nothing goes wrong here.
Can you tell me about Jack?
Cerberus hasn't told you? Jack is the meanest handful of violence and hate I've ever encountered. Dangerous, crazy, and very powerful. You'll see soon enough.
How'd you end up running this ship?
I was in law enforcement on Palaven, and got sick of seeing criminals escape out into the galaxy to carry on with their crimes. Bounty hunters aren't dependable. Eventually I hit upon this idea. Keep the criminals in space, and the galaxy is a safer place.
Principle, yeah, right.
You do this because you think it's necessary?
Every day I see the worst sapient life has to offer. Governments are soft, unwilling to make the hard choices. Someone had to stand up and make the galaxy safe.
Maintaining a population this size in space can't be cheap.
We can cut corners that governments can't, and each prisoner brings in a fee from his homeworld. These individuals are violent, and their home planets pay well to keep them here.
What if they don't
happens
pay?
if the homeworld doesn't want to pay?
We explain that we can't maintain the prisoner without their help, so we'll be forced to release him back onto his homeworld, at an unspecified place and time.
So it's an extortion racket.
You don't have to agree with my methods, but don't question my motives. These are despicable people, and I'm keeping them locked up.
Let's get on with this.
Bet it'd be hell trying to escape from this place.
We're in space. They have nowhere to go, and they know it. But still, we exercise extreme caution. These are dangerous individuals. We have many ways to control the population.
Yeah,
I'm
clearly.
going to confirm that the funds from Cerberus cleared. Out-processing is straight down this hallway. Just keep going past the interrogation rooms and the Supermax wing. I'll catch up with you later, Shepard.
Yeah, that doesn't create a bad feeling at all. Oh, shit.
Torture. These are some sick freaks.
Well, that just ain't right.
Is there something I can do for you?
There's no excuse for beating a prisoner who can't fight back.
This is a massage compared to what his victims went through.
This degrades you as much as him.
We have orders.
You're not important enough to make your own decisions?
I admit, I sometimes get tired of this. Does this really get us anything useful?
Stop this. For your own sake.
Yeah, you're right. Call it off. At least for now. Your package will be at out processing just down the hall.
Hey guys, over here. Let me ask you something. If you're buying prisoners, can you buy me? Man, I don't care where you take me or what you do to me. It's gotta be better than this.
We're here for Jack.
Jack? Forget what I just said. I don't want to go nowhere with you.
I thought this ship was a prison, not a market.
Sometimes people buy cons so they can do some punishing of their own, if you understand. Warden sells us to whoever can pay enough.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
So, what are you in for?
I killed a few people. Only about 20 or so. And I blew up that one habitat.
Oh, only
Small
20,
time compared
huh?
to most of the guys here.
Why are they interrogating that prisoner? He knows something?
Nah, that's Bimmy. He don't know nothing. He offed someone in the showers yesterday, I think. Guy he killed was worth a lot to the warden. Yeah, sucks to be Bimmy right now.
They're going at it pretty hard. Do they ever kill prisoners by accident?
Haven't heard of anyone dying. Warden can't make money off us if we're dead. Funny thing, though. The more a guard does it, the meaner he gets. So they rotate him through.
Oh, isn't that something?
What's it like here?
Bad. And you gotta watch out. Damn, but someone's always after your stuff. Your smokes, clothes, your pride. I haven't taken a shower in 3 months.
Tell me more about Jack.
The worst trouble you ever saw. Mixed with some crazy and way too much biotic power. That's all I'm saying.
I should go.
Might as well keep going then.
Wish I could go.
I hear the screaming in my head. It's night. Yeah.
What's down here?
This is the Supermax wing. It's off limits. Out processing is back down the hall on your right. They'll bring your package there after the cryo-thaw is finished.
Out processing's through the door on the far side of the room.
My apologies, Shepard. You're more valuable as a prisoner than a customer. Drop your weapons and proceed into this open cell. You will not be harmed.
You talked up your noble intentions with this prison, but it
Ah,
turns
like
out
he had
you're a
any
criminal
noble
like the
intentions.
rest.
Activate systems.
Go inside.
One less to worry about. One less to worry about.
Down you go.
This should slow them down. This should punch through their armor.
Reinforced out processing. Shepard is loose.
We have to get Jack out of cryo.
Yeah, I know we do.
Hostile!
Shepard is on the loose.
I need a better shotgun.
Is loose. Get people down here.
This one could definitely do with an upgrade.
Shepard, if you hack that control, every door on the cell block opens.
It's the only way to get Jack out of there.
I'm doing it. Be ready.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
That's Jack?
Never judge a book by its cover. Think she's in a bad mood?
We have to get down there now.
Warning.
They're attacking Jack.
Yeah, I think they should be more worried about getting attacked by her.
This might be useful.
Ooh, damage protection, that could definitely come in handy.
All guards, restore order. Lethal force authorized, but don't kill Jack. Tech, lockdown, lockdown.
Sectors 7, 9, and 11 have lost life support. No survivors.
At least she'll be easy to track.
Concussive shot ready.
All prisoners, return to your cells immediately. Open every airlock on this ship.
Heads up.
Oh, that wasn't so bad.
Shepard, the warden has locked down the area behind you. You must find another exit route.
Yeah, not surprised I gotta find another exit route, because it never is just a straight to and from. You always got a new route to find, and then shit always comes piling down on you to screw you.
Failure imminent.
This guard got swarmed by prisoners with improvised weapons. He never had a chance.
Shows you what kind of people these prisoners are. I don't agree with everything they do here, but it's in the galaxy's best interests. This guard kept maniacs away from innocent people.
Alright. This one. Oh, it's always the most annoying one. Ah, damn it. Got a little bit rash there, I did.
Nice work!
And for some reason, when you fail once, you can't get back into it, so that's a little annoying. Oh well. There's always one at next play.
Lockdown in blocks 4, 7, and 8.
I'm going in!
Oh, come on! Oh well, not out yet. Of course, it saves after I get the data pad, fail to get into the data pad.
Lockdown in blocks 4, 7, and 8.
Going down. Can I do them? Down you go.
Oh, there's an explosive container there.
The hull has been breached in sectors 12, 14, and 30. No survivors.
Really? Okay, that's on me. I wasn't paying attention. And of course it's back to here. Oh well. No big deal.
4, 7, and 8.
Let's go for the grenade launcher.
The hull has been breached in sectors 12, 14, and 30. No survivors.
Going silent.
Here.
Smoking.
Okay, there it is. I'm certainly not gonna go down without a fight. At least we gotta be getting there.
All guards to cell block 1.
And that's that one bypassed. Oh,
You're
great.
valuable, Shepard. I could have sold you and lived like a king. But you're too much trouble. At least I can recapture Jack.
Not happening. You're a 2-bit slave trader, and I don't have time for it.
I do the hard things civil governments are unwilling to. This is for the good of the galaxy.
More like for the good of your paycheck.
Come on.
Look straight ahead.
Oh, great. Rotational barriers, just what you need.
Firing a high-impact shot. Light him up.
Yeah, lost shield.
We're losing.
I'll take care of it. Look behind you. Now you see me.
Couple grenade launcher shots and it's over.
Stop!
Oh, he's in a really bad mood.
Cerberus. What the hell do you want?
You're welcome.
I just saved your ass.
He was already dead. He just didn't know it. Now, what the hell do you want?
You're in a bad situation, and I'm gonna get you out of here.
Shit, you sound like a pussy. I'm not going anywhere with you. You're Cerberus.
I'm offering to be your friend. You don't want to be my enemy.
I take the offer, honey. Otherwise, things end badly for you. Fast.
You show up in a Cerberus frigate to take me away
Ah,
somewhere?
Kasumi's only known us
You
a while,
think
and
I'm
she already got the right
stupid?
idea with us.
This ship is going down in flames. We can get you to safety, and we're asking for your help.
We could knock her out and take her.
I'd like to see you try.
Bad idea.
We're not gonna attack her.
Good move. Look, you want me to come with you? Make it worth my while.
Tell me what you're thinking.
I bet your ship's got lots of Cerberus databases. I want to look at those files, see what Cerberus has got on me. You want me on your team? Let me go through those databases.
Okay.
I'll give you full access.
You better be straight up with me. So why the hell are we standing here?
Move up.
Oh, that was a fun time. Some more shotgun damage, that's going to be good. The convict trophy is ours.
Welcome to the Normandy, Jack. I'm Miranda, Shepard's second in command. On this ship, we follow orders.
Tell the Cerberus cheerleader to back off, Shepard. I'm here because of our deal.
Miranda will let you into the system. Let me know what you find.
Hear that, Precious? We're going to be friends. You, me, and every embarrassing little secret. I'll be reading down in the hold, or somewhere near the bottom. I don't like a lot of through traffic. Keep your people off me. Better that way.
Oh, great. Oh, that's a new crew member. Yeah, let's go in this way. Yeah, shotgun damage, definitely need that.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Normandy's technical lab, where you can investigate new research upgrades that will improve ship or team performance. All upgrades can be developed in the Normandy's lab, provided you have acquired the necessary resources. You can find these resources by scanning planets or searching while on missions.
Yeah, I figured that out myself, thank you, but good to know. Go see Garrus for a minute. Where is he? Talk to Jack in a minute.
Thank you, Commander. Rupert put the new supplies to good use. Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got any upgrade ideas for the Normandy's weapon systems?
A few, yeah. Here, take a look.
Hey Gigi, thanks for the luck, and yeah, I'm doing fine, and I hope you're doing good too.
Shepard.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Wrong button.
Shepard. Need me for something?
What can you tell me about the Normandy's armaments?
Looks like Cerberus upgraded what the ship carried.
Trying to relax. Yeah, I understand how that can
Still
be.
don't like our chances against a collector ship, though. Not unless
Always
we
hard
upgrade
just
the
to find that
guns.
right way to lean back and
Have you got
chill.
Can it wait
Which is
for a
kind of
bit?
what I'm
I'm
doing
in
right
the
now,
middle of
just
some
leaning back and
calibrations.
enjoying my game.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some... I'll be here if you need me.
Best way indeed, GG. Best way indeed.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Down to engineering to talk to our newest crew member. Just gotta find it now. Not in here. Oh, I didn't know there were stairs here.
Hey.
Heyo, dedication. How are you? Welcome to the Winter Kingdom. How are you doing?
What do you think of Miranda and Jacob?
Jacob doesn't know who he is, but that's not my problem. Miranda's a Cerberus bitch. Knew that before she opened her mouth.
What do you think of our mission?
I don't care. I'm out to survive it, then cut loose.
Oh, I didn't know you two. Oh, you two know each other?
I picked up a lot of resources. Can you use them to help against the collectors?
I ran across the schematics for making L5X implants. Still got them in my head. You want to know what I need? Not usually my thing, but I've learned how to get things done on my own.
Ah, okay. Oh, you're a Mass Effect 2 fan, are you, Deed? Well, I'm glad you like that, because currently working on the second one, and who knows, before I know I'll be on the third, and I'm already thinking about restreaming it from the beginning, but making different choices, like different build, different war fighting style, because right now I'm playing as a Vanguard, but I might go to Soldier in the second playthrough.
Hey.
Yeah, I agree.
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm still finding out.
I really can't wait till they like announce the next Dragon
Thanks
Age
for
game,
letting me
because
look
they've
at
been
these
teasing it like crazy. Well,
If
not
they're
like
helping
crazy,
you,
but they've
that's
been
good
very
enough for
careful
me.
about it.
Don't be my buddy. You need me to kill for you.
Oh
I need
yeah,
you
I'm
for
an
these
RPG
files. Let's
nut.
leave it
I
there.
am.
Your friends at Cerberus are into some nasty
Uh,
things. I'm gonna find something I can use. I just.
Oh, would you mind if I just called you Diana like Gigi is? Because your whole name's a bit of a mouthful.
What if the answers aren't what you expect?
Yeah, the next Dragon Age seems to be quite interesting, even if no, it's
I'm
just a
looking
few
for
teasers
names,
and images.
dates, places.
Ah, well then I'll go with D, because that is much easier.
What happens when you find what you're looking for?
I go hunting.
Big
Anyone
D.
who's screwed with me pays. Their associates pay. Their friends pay. The galaxy's gonna be a lot emptier when I'm done.
What's your history with Cerberus?
They raised me in a research facility. I escaped when I was a kid. Been on the run ever since. And they've been chasing me ever since. But soon, I'm gonna chase them.
Yeah. Calling themselves Big Ds because they're compensating for God only knows what.
You don't have to live in this pit, you know.
It's dark, quiet, and hard to find. That spells safety to me. You know, this ship is a powerhouse. You could go pirate. Live like a king. I could help.
You know what? I got a bite and ask how she would help.
You'd be my first mate?
I'd lead the boarding party and handle the executions.
What is it about killing that fascinates you so much?
Yeah, probably. I would have to agree with you there, D. Whenever people go with the whole Big D thing, they usually compensate. They're usually compensating for it, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, keep it a secret from Dan.
Hey.
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm done talking. Come back later.
I picked up a lot of
You want me to hit those L5X implants or not? This isn't my thing.
Alright. Got a few upgrades going, but I need to do some material scanning now. Used up quite a bit. I've just got the heavy armor for the Normandy.
The new armor reinforcements really threw off the gravimetric profiles, but engines are good to go.
Well, we just recruited Jack, we have, and I've only been playing it for a while now. Let's see, still got to get a few more people, like the Warlord. I'd say I'm probably close to being a quarter of the way through. Yeah, early on. Plus, I've still got assignments to do, like, you know, the Overlord. That's the DLC one. I want to head to the Normandy crash site, and then there's the loyalty missions. And then there's making my romance decision. Oh, I agree. I actually didn't romance anyone in the first decision because I wanted to focus more on the second one, which is another reason why I want to do a replay when I finish Mass Effect 3, is because then I can do a romance option in the future, and in that one, and then see how it affects my future playthroughs in the game.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Okay, nothing new
Well
there.
done, Commander.
Talk to Morden and Jacob, and then we'll be on our way. Let's look at Jack's loadout. Okay, pistol and a shotgun.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I got a good idea about the Mass Effect trilogy, so you don't have to worry about spoilers. If you want to tell me, go right ahead. I don't mind.
And we're getting things done. We keep on track, and maybe we'll figure this out. I hope so. I'm not looking forward to the.
Oh, you romanced Liara in ME1.
Is there something specific, or are you just checking in?
I like to know my crew. Forget procedure. Tell me about yourself.
Informal, huh? Everything's in my file. Ex-Alliance like you, no Reapers or anything, but I got swept under the rug too. The more good you do, the less they want to admit that something needed doing.
Oh, GG, this will be an excellent learning experience then.
What led you to Cerberus?
And you went for Garrus in 2 and 3, did you, D? That is a... Yeah, I can understand. Garrus is a really cool character, he is.
And here I am.
I'm really glad that they put him in all 3 games, because it was just a great decision.
You don't seem like a results at all costs kind of guy. Cerberus history doesn't bother you?
The Alliance is
I really like games like these that involve like alien species as an everyday life.
That line, I'm on their side.
They are.
You make no
They
apologies
do, because it's
for doing
like,
what
you
you
know,
had to.
because it also hits on great things like what interactions with other species would be like if they became part of everyday life, and how it's taken and factored in, how it's considered like there'll be people who will probably be xenophobic, and their approach towards that, and how you can interact with them. I just love that level of choice you have. Like, you can be totally cool with aliens, or indifferent, or just downright disliking them.
Way to boil it down, Jacob.
I've seen Andromeda, it looks pretty good.
Don't worry, this is exactly.
And yeah, I agree, the structure of ME definitely reminds a lot of Skyrim, with the dense lore and the characters and just the whole world.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just
ready? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Speaking of aliens, let's go talk to Morden.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, would like that, actually. Talked about work earlier. Time with Special Tasks Group studying genophage. It wasn't entirely honest. Lie of omission. Also, other kinds. Need to clear the air. Mission too important to keep secrets. Work on genophage was more than just study.
I had a feeling you were holding something
Yeah,
back.
I agree. Because it also didn't feel, the sense of it didn't feel like how you're playing with Shepard, because he's like full-on military-style man. But the protagonist for Andromeda is much more easygoing depending on your choices. I wouldn't say it's bad, but there was definitely some room for improvements that could have been made. There was even supposed to be a DLC for it, which sadly got cancelled due to team restructuring, I think.
Krogan scientists.
But I know that they're currently working on Mass Effect 4, but the only question is, will Mass Effect 4, going by the teaser trailer, it seems to connect to both the original trilogy and to Andromeda. So how they're going to do that is, I'm not sure how, given the fact that Andromeda is set nearly 1,000 years after the end of the Mass Effect trilogy.
Please, Shepard. Social environmental
so unless there's some kind of, unless that's set in another future time which has more connections, because
no other possibility.
You saw at the end of that trailer, you saw a character that looks like Liara. You did, which I think was Liara, but you also. So it could be set like in the future to work with that connection, but she also had a piece of N7 armor, which is an indicator of Shepard. And given that he's human, and to be honest, it wasn't 100% sure whether he was alive or dead at the end of ME3 from what I've researched. But really, from the teaser trailer, we have just too little info to make any kind of conclusions. Right now, it's just theories. Oh, no, you should always be fucking careful when you use time travel in games, because that can just screw up a whole plot.
Modified genophage offered best outcome. Stabilized population, avoided publicity that could incite Krogan anger.
It's pretty much
potential genocide, or
pretty much. If it goes bad, it's like getting fucked in the ass with a rusty pole.
Krogan included.
If the Krogan are so dangerous, why not just sterilize them outright?
Not a war criminal. Not a murderer.
Whatever they do,
Genocide,
it should be set in
unnecessary.
whatever current time it is
As
and
a
just
whole,
focus on the
violent,
story
aggressive,
surrounding that.
Still, have outliers worth saving. Genophage modification.
All I can say is that in terms of side characters, there better be Turians, Quarians, and Krogans.
I doubt you've told many people about this, Morton. I appreciate you letting me know.
Wanted you to know I'm willing to do what's necessary. Should get back to work. Talk more later. Next time tissue synthesis has to compile. Good for free time. Shepard, how can I help?
Any more talk with him?
Perhaps later. Trying to do anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Yeah, well, depends on what kind of main character they're going for, because you know we'll be able to create them, maybe give them a backstory. Really, until we get more info, it's just a guessing game, it is, D. Alright, let's see if we can get anything from Miranda. Well, that depends on what time... That depends on what kind of setting they got for Mass Effect 4. Like, is it focusing on the Alliance? Is it going to be something different? And then how does the character factor in? Is he someone who's joining the Alliance? Is he former Alliance? Is he an independent character separate from his own? Who's to say we even get to play as a human in Mass Effect? Maybe we get the option of playing as an alien species.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another Of course, Commander.
Because really, that playing as a alien species character is a possibility we can't just ignore yet. By all means, get excited. It's fun to think about.
Jack's tattoos are beautiful. As colorful as her past, I'm sure. I have concerns with her temper, though.
Haha, D, I like you. Get excited, type fast, think about how fun it is to be an alien.
But her attitude suggests deep personal
And let me guess, if you got a choice to be an alien, you'd be a Turian, wouldn't you?
Sex casually. I don't think she understands her own motivations. I wouldn't be surprised if she makes advances on you. If you want her respect, think twice.
I'll do my best not to piss her off.
Please warn me if you fail. I want a chance to hide. Anyway, what's up?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
It would be a hard choice, because I'm willing to bet there's plus and negatives depending on the character you choose. Alright, need to do some scanning because I used up a lot of research materials.
Probe away.
It really is a hard choice.
Launching probe.
It would definitely be funny to say the least.
Launching probe. Launching probe.
Frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was another human we got to play as, because it seems like they're the core within how the story operates.
Probe away. In research projects, Element 0 is used for bioamp and omni-tool upgrades.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Which allow squad members who have biotic and tech powers to be much more effective.
That's a big one right there.
Probe launched.
Need to get as much materials as I can. Because they're probably going to be what saves my freaking ass in future missions.
Probe away.
Need to get more probes too.
Launching probe. Launching probe.
Okay, once it goes to port, that's pretty much the time to leave. Oh, so that's 100% on this one. Alright, fuel depot. Let's get some more probes. Now, where do we go next? I think it's time to go to the former Normandy crash site and pay tribute to it. Yeah, the music's really cool, it is. Oh, there's a planet I haven't been to. Well, not one I scanned.
Probe away. Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe.
Luckily I don't have to worry too much about money, because you get to bring over a good hefty chunk from when you complete the first one you do.
Probe away.
Which is what I really enjoy, is being able to import like your progress from previous games you do, because that's a lot of fun. It just makes the story feel more your own. Ooh, it's rich here. Alright, let's get lots and lots of materials here. Oh, that was a big chunk.
Probe launched. Launching probe. Launching probe.
Oh yeah, I agree. I love doing all the grinding and looking for materials, because it makes me feel like all my weapons are earned. Plus, it gives me an excuse to see more of the world and everything.
Probe away.
Plus, if you do just a few minutes of this, I mean, look how many materials I've gotten in just the last 5 or so minutes. I mean, I can do a lot of research, get things done, and then I can just focus on side stuff and still get some materials.
Probe launched. Probe away.
especially when you're playing like an open world type game. I mean, exploration is kind of a given. It has to be expected.
Probe away. Probe launched. Probe launched.
Oh, I've depleted it. Alright, let's head to the Normandy crash site. Well, I never understood the point of the fuel aspect for Mass Effect 2. I mean, I like being able to fly the ship like this, but I didn't think it was really all that necessary. Come back to that.
Anomaly detected. Probe away. Something on our sensors. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe away.
Ooh, once I get, gonna have plenty of research to do, I am here.
Probe launched. Probe launched.
Right, and once we do our research, we will head down to the planet. That's all ship enhancements. Research that. Hey, Fax, what's up, man? How are you? And don't worry about the internet, it can be a pain in the ass sometimes. Ah, well, thank you. Well, keep up the good work, and thank you for the lurk as always, man. Thank you. You know what, let's research that armor, because that just looks so awesome. Alright. That's that all done.
No messages for you, Commander.
Alright, let's go and look over the remains of the Normandy. There it is, the Normandy SR-1. Yeah, especially when you take into account the world we're on. I think that was done on purpose. And it was done perfectly. And it's really cool how we just get to place a monument like this. I mean, the ship deserves to be honored like this. And it gives you these little flashbacks to how things were before. Yeah, it is definitely cool. Of course, I gotta find like 20 dog tags. I've only found 8, well, 3 now with this one. And they could be hidden anywhere, even under stuff like this. Alright, one up there and one over there. Oh, where I used to stand and plot the course. Oh, Presley. You're a good person deep down. Get in there, get in there. Ten down, 10 to go. Like that, 9 to go. And probably one over there. Dead Space? Can't say I've heard of that one myself, but you never know. Anything's possible. I mean, they did a remaster of Mass Effect. Caden. He was the one we left behind back on Vermeer. How old is Dead Space? Because I don't think it has to be that old to be a remaster, because I think, like, the Mass Effect trilogy came out in, like, before 2010. It did, so... it took a little over 15 years for it to get its remaster, so... I think that's a pretty good point. Well, Mass Effect is about that age itself, so it is possible it could get a remaster. Okay, 3 more dog tags and then we can leave. Oh, about to be 2 more dog tags. There's an EA conference next month? I hadn't heard about that. Well, could also mean that's when we get some Mass Effect 4 news. You never know. Because EA hasn't exactly been in the best standing lately. So I think they're definitely working on fixing that too. The Mako! Oh man, I love driving that thing in ME1 I did. It was so much fun. Yeah, I think because it was all digitally focused, they'd rather do their own thing than work on an EA schedule, to be honest. Which I do understand. I mean, if you don't have to be physically at a location for an event and do it digitally, then you can pretty much work to your own schedule. You can do it your way, show off what you'd like to show off. And it'd be cheaper, it would. Figures the last dog tag would be the hardest to find. Well, that could very well be on the table. It's been a while since the teaser, and some news has been leaking about Dragon Age. Of course, they're just rumors at this point, nothing really confirmed. But I think they were probably also hoping for like news on the Mass Effect 4 they are too. So really EA's got a fair bit to hold up to, and there's the last dog tag. Alright, got them all so we can leave. Goodbye, Normandy SR1. To be honest, I would very much like a Dragon Age remaster of like Dragon Age 1 and 2. The Elusive Man. Which is just his moniker.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Yep, he definitely makes him worth his name. Alright. Guess we could do that.
Fuel reserves at 50%.
Alright, where's that Krogan warlord? Over here.
Probe launched. Probe launched.
Yep, we're gonna land. And we will bring Garrus and our new recruit. Oh, that's a pretty cool look. Okay. Alright, it's got a Hey. Yep, that'll do. Now for Garrus. Nothing we can do right now. Oh, you really see that, GG? Alright. Alright, that's good. Them all loaded out and ready.
The dossier doesn't say if Okir is on this planet by choice. Assume hostiles.
There is only one measure of success. Kill or be killed. Perfection is your goal.
Loudspeakers. Someone likes the sound of their voice.
Stay focused. We're looking for a Krogan warlord.
Speaking of space, have you heard about that new game that got announced at E3? Starfield, something? I can't remember the name, sadly. But it was like space exploration on some level.
Being hired is merely the beginning. You must earn your place in the mighty army we are building.
Starfield, that was it. Yeah, what was your opinions on that one? Because it does have a similar feel, some similar sense to this. I mean, it's sci-fi. It involves humans exploring other worlds. I mean, I'm not 100% sure over the setting. But you never know. Oh. Oh, Elder Scrolls. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, I've played Skyrim like so many times I've lost count.
Come here.
I won't stop bleeding. I'm gonna... Son of a bitch.
Doesn't look that bad, actually.
He doesn't need to know that.
I knew
Yeah,
it
it's definitely got the potential to be interesting. It does.
Mercs or Alliance. I'm not telling you anything.
I've got a nice application of Metagel ready to go. But if you'd rather...
But right now it's only been a teaser, so still got more to wait on.
I don't know anything.
Which is probably why they do it. They make all these teasers to get all the people interested talking, coming up with theories, and basically building their own interest in it. And then they just keep revealing bits by bits, which causes us to create more theories, and before you know it, we've already bought the game.
Goddamn bleed out.
Outpost 4, Jador wants us to move. We need coordinates on that Krogan pack.
I want your friends gone. Understand?
Patrol, the last group dispersed. Lost sight 5 minutes ago.
Dispersed? Jador will be pissed.
Yeah, I'm not surprised it felt like that. I think it's because it was such a digital event, and, you know, the degree of interaction was so minimal.
There, you see? I'm helping.
What's Jador planning to do with all these Krogan?
Which is no surprise given the current circumstances, but
I sure wouldn't want to see an army of them coming
I
at me.
think maybe all the big involvement stuff is
They're
probably
supposed to
for
be crazy,
companies'
but they're
own
Krogan.
events that they're doing.
How smart are they to start?
Because it seems like more effort's been put into that than the actual E3 event.
Does he know about all of this?
We can't go in the labs, but everyone sees what happens.
It's
when
pretty
the
much
Krogan
just
come
trailers
out.
they
I've
showed
shot
off.
Hundreds. They're crazy, mindless. Anyone up there?
Yeah, I think they're saving
they
like
know
all the
what's
big
going on.
juicy stuff for their own personal
lab heavily
events.
guarded?
They are.
There are big guns to keep ships away.
Probably just
We're
works
not
out better
outfit to
that
fight
way.
goddamn commandos.
If you start limping now, you might find a shady spot before you bleed out.
Shit. Oh, shit. Oh.
Funny.
I thought so. Come on. Our warlord is somewhere in Jador's lab.
Training is part of your contract. Failure to perform means liquidation, legal and otherwise.
Yeah, pretty much. Fuck me with the basic response you could have to that.
Hostile. Stay sharp.
Nice.
Nothing can stop me. Yeah.
It's probably just on the slow-mo in terms of development. Not all games are made at the same pace depending on budgets, team is assigned to it.
Like a toy.
Firing a high-impact shot.
So, so anybody got any plans for the week or just chilling? Good choice, GG. Good choice. Nothing beats a good chill.
Fly, bitch.
You are different. New. You don't smell like this world. 7 night cycles, and I have felt only the need to kill. But you... something makes me speak.
Night cycles. 7 days.
They must breed them full size, ready to kill. Not much improvement over regular mercs if they need training.
Bred to kill. No. I kill because my blood and bone tell me to. But it's not why I was flushed from Glass Mother. Survival is what I hear in my head. Against the enemy that threatens all my kind. But I failed, even before waking. That is what the voice in the water said. That is why I wait here.
You're supposed to be part of a mercenary army. Do you remember Jador?
I know that name. It causes anger, but also laughter. It is not a name that will be sung when we march. I don't know what that means, but I have heard it many times.
How can you speak if you're only a week old?
There was a scratching sound in my head, and it became the voice. It taught things I would need. Walking, talking, hitting, shooting. Then the voice said I was not perfect, and the teaching stopped. And now I am here.
It was taught enough to be judged. We still don't know what the goal was, though.
I don't know, but I am not perfect.
Okir's voice?
Hopefully you'll feel better soon, Gigi. I mean, you've been like this for a while now, so it's got to be at the point where it's going to pass.
Inside, I called it Father.
Well, chilling on Twitch should help you relax. It should. That always makes me feel better.
A lab with Krogans. Sounds like an attempt to cure the genophage.
Cure? Cure was never whispered. Survive, resist, ignore.
I destroyed Saren's cure. How does Okir expect these Krogan to ignore the genophage if not by curing it?
No idea. Doesn't look like he's had much success so far.
How did you disappoint the voice?
I don't know. It was decided before I left Tank Mother.
Over a year? Seriously?
That Merc said these guys go crazy.
I didn't realize you've been unwell for that long.
I'm not perfect.
Can you show me the laboratory? I need to speak with Okir.
The Glass Mother. She is up, past the broken parts.
Oh, I really do hope it passes soon.
Fleshy things. I will show you.
Rough stuff. I like it.
You fleshy things are slow when big things are in your way.
You could have run, or tried to fight your way back to the labs. Why stay here?
I am waiting. The voice told me, if they come, I fight. But I will not run. And I will not follow.
Oh, so long as you're okay now, that's more or less okay now. That's what matters, GG. But it really does suck. And hey, Daywalker. Yeah, the game is definitely awesome. And what do you mean Legendary Edition 2? I mean, if you're talking about the second Mass Effect game, I'm playing that right now.
Not a lot of room to maneuver. Stay sharp.
They're loose! Run for your damn life! They're all free!
Oh, damn.
Flash shield.
Enemy charging!
Up close and personal.
This should punch through their armor.
Watch out!
Then stay down.
They're all over the damn place.
Close combat!
Where did that one come from?
My shields are down.
There's only one Legendary Edition that has all 3 games on it. I think you might be getting a little bit confused. They've already made 3 of them. These are the remastered, the original trilogy that they've put all on 1 disc. Well, 2 discs. 1 data disc to install the game and then a play disc to just play the game.
Now what's this?
Ah, 2 could play that game. Legendary Edition Part 1, 2, and 3. If you're talking about the 3 Mass Effect games, those 3 Mass Effect games are the Legendary Edition that I'm playing now.
I'll light him up.
Nothing can
damn it. It's always like 2 out of 3 I get, then I screw up on the last one.
Fire in the hole!
Well, for them to be another Legendary Edition, there would need to be more Mass Effect games, unless you're talking about for a different game series. There's only the 3 Mass Effect games, unless you count Andromeda. That's already out on PS4 originally, so... Well, it already came out on PS4, and there's not really much reason to give it a remaster. Well, you never know.
Concentrate fire on my position! Concentrate on...
Ah, got it this time. No, this is the second Mass Effect game. The second remastered of the trilogy.
Shot! Taking heavy fire! worry about?
That better be all of them.
Shepard, don't shoot. You know me. I shut down the security cams as soon as I saw it was you. Never thought I'd say it, but I'm glad it's you shooting up the place. Sorry, Rana Thanoptis. You let me go.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
Saren's lab on Vermeer. Had to outrun a nuke in a utility pod, but it's still a second chance.
I assume you have a good reason for being at this lab.
Don't worry, I'm not wasting the chance you gave me. My work here, strictly beneficial. Not for the mercs. Jador's on a standard power trip. But Okir is trying to do something good, even if his methods are a little extreme. Everyone deserves a second chance, right? And sometimes giving one pays off. I take care of my debts.
What's Okir trying to do here?
It's complicated. Jador wants a private army, but Okir mostly ignores her. He's running the project for his own reasons. I created a mental imprint routine to educate his tank bred. Most don't get through it. He dumps them for some reason. He wants to help his people.
She does?
He's not looking for
I didn't really think about it, to be honest.
That's all I know.
Finding you in a place like this makes me think letting you go was a mistake. You don't want that.
We agree on that. Don't worry. I plan
Well,
on
given
staying
that
as far
all
away from anything to
three
do
Mass
with you as
Effect
possible.
games have
Now,
been
if you don't mind, I'm
remastered
gonna run like hell
and
before you
are
blow
on the
the
Mass
place or
Effect
something.
Legendary
I know how you work.
Edition, which I am now playing, a Legendary Edition 2 seems unlikely.
That'll bite you in the ass someday.
Ah, oh well, I'm just not gonna get too bothered about it. If I fail, I fail. Big whoop.
Here you are. I've watched your progress.
We got him!
Found him.
It's about time. The batteries on these tanks will not wait while you play with these idiotic mercs.
I take it you're Okir? You don't seem particularly caged, or grateful that I'm here.
You may claim to be here to help, but the formerly deceased Shepard is not a sign of gentle change. Surprised? All Krogan should know you. I'm sure Rana has already revisited your actions on Vermeer.
I'm sure you're eager to retell the story.
Such a tale. Saren, the Spectre traitor, threatens the return of the Krogan horde by curing the genophage, undoing the gentle genocide of the Turians and Solarians. But before Saren can deliver his endless troops, in rides Shepard, securing victory through nuclear fire. I like that part. It has weight.
I didn't have a lot of room for finesse. If there'd been any other solution, I'd have considered it.
But I approve. Saren's pale horde were not true Krogan. Numbers alone are nothing. The mistake of an outsider. One that these mercenaries have also made. I gave their leader my rejects for her army, but she grows impatient. It's time for you to take me out of here.
We're here about collectors, not your problems.
I see. Yes, collector attacks have increased. A human concern. My requests were focused elsewhere. I acquired the knowledge to create one pure soldier. With that, I will inflict upon the genophage the greatest insult an enemy can suffer. To be ignored.
If your pet soldier is as strong as you think, maybe I can use him.
Perhaps I can strike a deal to secure passage. but my prototype is not negotiable. It is the key to my legacy.
And your inflamed ego.
Attention, I have traced the Krogan release. Okeer, of course. I'm calling blank slate on this project. Gas these commandos and start over from Okeer's data. Flush the tanks.
Oh, great.
She's that weak-willed. She'll kill my legacy with a damn valve. Shepard, you want information on the collectors? Stop her. She'll try to access contaminants in the storage bay.
Sorry, Doctor. It appears your position has just weakened.
I understand, but you'll have nothing if she poisons us all. Jador will be with the rejected tanks. Kill her. I will stay and do what must be done.
Well, they are working on a 4th Mass Effect game, in case you're not aware.
This looks interesting.
Well, I suppose technically it would be Mass Effect 5 if you count Andromeda as the 4th one.
Trouble incoming!
I'll destroy you! I'll build more!
Move into cover.
Firing on!
Yes, they're making a 5th one from scratch. They're working on it as we speak. So that's not exactly a legendary edition, it's a continuation of the franchise.
Taking fire!
Break them, kill them, I'll create more!
Reload. Oh!
Enemy charging!
Wrong one.
Destroy. I will rebuild.
Okay, that's one less.
Coming in.
Get ready for close combat!
Can't escape everything.
It's not. There's only been a teaser trailer for the new Mass Effect. We don't have any actual details of what the story is, the setting. There's only a teaser of it. We really don't know more than that. We just know that a new one is in development. That's it.
lab? What's that Krogan doing up there?
Shepard, the lab alarms coincided with the system's failure. The remaining lab systems are unprotected, and I have gained limited access. According to lab scanners, the room is flooded with toxins and Okira's personal life signs are failing rapidly. I recommend haste.
Guess we head back.
Contamination detected. Emergency vent in progress. Contamination detected. Emergency vent in progress.
I would tell you, but everything is in my prototype. My legacy is pure. This one soldier. This grunt. Perfect.
Why would someone so fanatical sacrifice himself for one Krogan?
Crack it open. Let's see what a pure Krogan's got.
A pure Krogan could pack a hell of a punch. We can always use another heavy hitter.
If he'll help. I doubt anyone's asked for his opinion.
Normandy, Okira's a no-go, but we have a package that needs retrieval.
Oh, that took a bit of time.
And he's a big one.
Yeah, he is definitely a big one.
For study makes sense, but I have concerns about waking it.
Yeah, you've said that a few times now.
A normal Krogan is dangerous. This one was created and likely educated by a madman.
I see everyone's enjoying the new paperweight. Concerns?
We don't know anything about it, Commander.
And yeah, that's definitely the fun part.
I know. You don't find that interesting?
Krogan fight well at close quarters. Perhaps awakening him in a confined space wouldn't be prudent.
Noted. The cargo hold is safe enough while I decide what to do with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go wake up the Krogan, alright?
The elusive man wishes to speak to you in the debriefing room, Commander.
He can wait. Maybe it was in the 4th engineering. Ah, here he is.
The subject is stable, Shepard. Integration with onboard systems was seamless.
Can he see anything in there? Does he know where he is?
Unlikely. Current neural patterns indicate minimal cognition. Barring ship-wide power loss, the nutrients in the tank could sustain him for over a year.
Any idea how dangerous this guy is?
He is a Krogan, Shepard. If you were asking whether he is actively hostile, I don't have the necessary data to answer. Okir's technology could impart data, not methods of thinking. The subject may know of his views, but would not necessarily share them.
What can you tell me about this guy? Anything unusual?
The subject is an exceptional example of the Krogan species, with fully formed primary, secondary, and tertiary organs where applicable. No defects of any kind, aside from the genetic markers of the genophage present in all Krogan. I cannot judge mental functioning.
Definitely opening it.
Stand by. I'm gonna open the tank and let him out.
Cerberus protocol is very clear regarding untested alien technology.
He's either a powerful addition to the crew or a time bomb. I'd rather deal with it now.
Final Fantasy is a different company, so they probably operate differently.
The switch and consequences are yours.
Yeah, like Gigi said, it's Square Enix that make Final Fantasy. Honestly, I'm starting to think it's a little bit of both. Damn, he is a big one.
Male, before you die, I need a name.
I'm Commander Shepard, and I don't take threats lightly. I suggest you relax.
Not your name. Mine. I'm trained. I know things. But the tank, Okir couldn't implant connection. His words are hollow. Warlord, Legacy, Grunt. Grunt was among the last. It has no meaning. It'll do. I am Grunt. If you are worthy of your command, prove your strength and try to destroy me.
You wouldn't prefer Okir? Or Legacy?
It's short. Matches the training in my blood. The other words are big things I don't feel. Maybe they fit your mouth better. I feel nothing for Okir's clan or his enemies. I'll do what I'm bred to do. Fight and determine the strongest. But his imprint has failed. Without a reason that's mine, one fight is as good as any other. Might as well start with you.
I have a good ship and a strong crew. A strong clan. You'd make it stronger.
If you're weak and choose weak enemies, I'll have to kill you.
Our enemies are worthy. No doubt about that.
That's acceptable. I'll fight for you.
I'm glad you saw reason.
He's got a gun on him. Did he do that?
One hand, but arm the other. Wise Shepard. If I find a clan, if I find what I want, I will be honored to eventually pit them against you.
And we now got the Krogan.
Shepard.
Anything in your tank imprints that can make use of the resources we found?
Might have something I could put together. Don't know how useful it will be.
Ooh, Krogan shotgun.
Shepard.
Anything in your tank imprint?
Might have something I could put together. Shepard?
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
Humans talk too much. Like the tank. Come back later.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Alright, that's Grunt all geared up. And a little bit of Krogan vitality. Alright, what time is it? I haven't actually checked. Oh crap, it's almost 9 o'clock. I didn't even realize. I just get so lost in playing Mass Effect.
Hey.
Tell me about you, Jack. What are you up to?
Still checking out your ship. Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
Maybe later.
I doubt Joker would appreciate that. At least not while we're working.
Relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's so.
I've been around. Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
It's hard to imagine you in a cult. That usually involves a lot of rules.
I was looking for answers. Drugs and sex and going to a better place. A better place, right. It was all about money. They wanted to take a colony, shake the suckers down to fund their spread, and guess who was their ace in the hole? They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
What did you do when you found out?
What do you think?
You must have met some good people, too.
Everybody wants something, and because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson, done it all. And that's the boring shit. Piracy, theft of military craft, destruction of a space station, and vandalism. That was a good one.
Do you ever wonder if you could have done things differently?
No.
Shouldn't you?
There's no reason I should be alive, but I am. You know why? Instinct. It's worked for me so far, and I'm not gonna change. Let's drop it, okay? Get back to whatever it is you think we can do. Hey, I'm done talking. Come back later.
I should go.
Yep.
Come back later, I will then.
Access to life support is restricted.
I haven't had a meal that good in a long time.
I didn't think Rupert had it in him.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
What can you tell me about the Normandy's armaments?
The weapons upgrades have gone in beautifully. This thing packs a hell of a punch. It just might give us a chance against the Collectors.
Have you got any upgrade ideas?
My current upgrades are working.
Have the Cerberus crewmen...
I think being part of the team that took down Saren got me some points. Everyone I talked to was polite anyway. Don't worry, Commander. We're all working together.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some I'll be here if you
Guess
need
we'll be
me.
talking to him later. Probably need to make some more main story progression before we unlock anything. Actually, journal.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Haven't spoken to Joker for a bit. Let's quickly say hi to him.
The elusive one wishes to speak to you in a briefing.
Hadley, I heard about Ferris Fields. Any news on your brother?
He's gone. They're all gone. But we'll get them back.
Shepard and Lawson are on it. We'll get you.
Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about
Much
the
of that
people.
data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
How did Cerberus
I have a
replicate?
block that prevents me from logging you out, Shepard.
You collect stray cats as a kid? Because we really needed a Mega Krogan, so thanks for dragging him home.
I assume everything is going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
If you don't want to hear it, turn the damn sound off.
Well, it doesn't change anything. It's still watching. Like some creepy kid staring at the back of your head in comp side. You just want to punch him, but he's special and he sets fires or something. Okay, a little too far there, but you know what I mean.
Your problem, not mine.
Thanks, I'll remember this.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. It seems like Garrus has finally worked that stick out of his butt, but now he's trying to beat guys to death with it. I can't believe I like the old Garrus better. I'm not saying anything about Jack, I'm not stupid. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got
Oh yes, if we don't have any other big issues right now as well.
But back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
I don't know what to feel about Grunt. My psych reports refer Oak here. We have no guarantees that Grunt is mentally stable. I get the feeling he just doesn't care about anything, including who lives or dies.
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Okay, I think we're gonna call it there today. It's been a nice long stream and lots of fun chats, but stick around because it's time for a winter raid. Just gotta find someone to raid. Now, who's streaming that we can raid? Let's see. Oh, I know, we'll go raid Dan, we will. He's playing Alien Isolation. He is? So let's see. Okay, there. So yeah, I want to say thank you to all who came. It's been a fun chat. GG, always a pleasure. D, it was a pleasure to have you here. and I look forward to seeing you in another stream in the future. I'll be back tomorrow, but I won't be streaming Mass Effect tomorrow. I'll be streaming Final Fantasy 15. So I hope to see you there. It will be 6:30 p.m. UK time as normal. And yep, once again, thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, there's a link on my page. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. It's been absolutely fun. And yeah, I will see you next time. You take care, people.